Hey everybody, welcome back to Night Chat. Thought I'd do this because I haven't done it in a while. So this video is going to be uploaded to both my main channel and my backup channel. So if you don't know what Night Chat is basically me driving at night, talking, and basically like a night podcast. I can do this until hopefully I can get StreamYard up and going. So yeah, I have finally done it. Finally, after what is it, 6-7 years, I'm close to dropping 50 pounds. I haven't seen 50 pounds in years. I'm almost to the 190s, and I am very, very excited. I said I'm going to keep working on it. I'm hoping by the end of this year, I'll be at least in the 160s. And then next year, I'll be towards my goal weight. But I'm going to take it low and slow. I'm very, very excited that I'm almost out of the 200s after many years. Because at one point in time, I was almost to the 300s. But I decided to talk about my trials and my errors. One of the things that I had to really, really focus on was to make sure that I drank a lot of water. How I used to lose weight back then was not good. I would do crash diets until one day I decided to try something different. I didn't do no diets. Instead I just focused on portion sizes, and I would eat later in the day. Now during the week I don't eat breakfast, but on the weekends I do. I don't know if that's unhealthy or not, but I went ahead and did it anyway. So one of the things I would have was either tea or coffee. Sometimes I have a black. And the reason why I usually have a black is because I'm trying to cut back on my dairy, which has been working. Fast food, I was a fast food addict. Still am. But in order to lose the weight, I needed to cut out the junk food and the fast food. My go-to for fast food was always McDonald's cheeseburgers, whether it's the single or the McDoubles. Those were my favorite. Those were my favorite, especially the fries. McDonald's fries is a bomb. I don't know what they put on them fries, but their fries is delicious. It's good. So I said, you know what? I had to cut back on all of it. Another thing I did to lose the weight was to find an activity that would get my blood pumping, and not only my blood pumping, but use all the energy that I had cooped up in a box. So I decided to do running. Now running at both my weight, which was my highest weight, which is 260 pounds. There's no way. So I literally had to start off slow. One of the things that I did was walking. I said if I walk first, get used to it, not only can I go down a couple of pounds, but if I get down low enough, I'll be able to do a walk and run 5K plan, which is what I had saved on my computer. But one of the things I found out, even with me losing weight, is one of the things, my joints don't hurt as bad. I mean, I remember one time I couldn't even walk across the street with my fat self. And I was out of breath as well. So I said, you know what, something's got to give. And I remember when I was, I won't say slim, but the lowest I ever weighed was 100. I ever weighed throughout my whole life was 153. But in my adult life, the lowest I've ever weighed was 172. So one of the things I found out was that slower is better. I mean, I might lose more, but other than that, slower is better. I've got to take my time on this. And losing 8 pounds a month kind of hurts, but it would help me in the long run if I lose it slower. Because number one, I'm trying to get 6-pack abs. And I really can't get 6-pack abs with my weight now. Since I'm close to losing 50. Trying to get abs that fast. So I said I'll just take my time, low and slow, work on it. Eating right is hard. I'm trying to get used to it, but it's hard. But it's worth it. So I'm just going to take my time with it. Hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be slimmer, especially during the winter time. Because I would love to get a whole new wardrobe for winter time. That's my goal. Okay. Wrestling news, not much. Speaking of wrestling news, there is a YouTuber. Since I've been watching wrestling lately, I say the past decade plus, I have came across a few podcasts / live streams over people talking about wrestling, which helps me a lot because I've been watching wrestling since whenever. But there's a guy named Clark Street Wrestling Podcast, and there's another guy called Wrestling News Inc. I think that's what he's called. They will give you the update over everything. I love their podcast. It's long. I don't have to worry about waking up trying to change anything. I love it. So if you find them, subscribe to their channel because they're really, really good. But for wrestling news, there's nothing really interesting news that I found, to be honest. Let's see. I have read, I think it was on YouTube or the main news, that they're starting to make AI manga. And I don't know how to feel about that, because I prefer hand-drawn manga. I mean, unless it has a storyline and a plot, then yes. Otherwise, no. I got something else I want to talk about, but we won't get to that. But I've been loving manga since I was a kid. The first manga I ever bought was it was called High School of the Dead, but it wasn't the first volume. It was one of the other volumes. And another one that I really got into was Karakano. I loved Karakano. Karakano was everything. There's a difference between having it hand drawn and my guessing having computer drawn. With handwritten or drawn manga, you actually get an author's or artist's perspective of how they want the storyline. And I also like it because it sounds like to me with the AI, it's just quickly drawn. But with hand-drawn manga, they take their time. That's why it takes every month or 2 months or 3 months. That's what I really appreciate about manga. You can tell that with an artist that this is their heart and they want to tell a story. That's why I love manga. I read the Chainsaw manga. I'm on the second part now. I've been keeping up with it. But I've been keeping up with it. And it's really, really good. I love Asa. I love her to pieces. But to me, it's going to be a big, huge difference. Would I buy it? Probably. But otherwise, I'm going to stick to a hand-drawn manga and call it a day. Okay. Friday, I'm going to start a new segment called Friday Night at the Movies, where I'm going to combine it. I'm going to call it, because I thought about this on Friday nights, I'm going to call it Friday Night at the Theaters /chat, and I'm going to upload both of them to both my main channel and other channel. And basically what that's going to be is like it's going to be the same as normal with Night Chat, except it's going to be movies, because Tubi has been putting out movies left and right from this year. So I said, you know what, I'm going to watch it. Why not? So the first movie that we're going to see from 2023 is called You're Not Alone, with Michael J. White, Erica Mena. It's produced by Chris Stokes. If you don't know who Chris Stokes is that creepy guy that tried to go after Ashanti when she was younger. Allegedly. I'm guessing that's how that went. But that's going to be Friday night's movie. I'm probably going to do it every week, called Weekly Friday, either. But I might change my mind. If not, it's going to go Thursday, either Thursday or Friday. But this movie review will be on this Friday. Okay, so get that. I was watching a news in Japan, and they had internet cafes. I wish in America we had internet cafes, but that ain't gonna happen. Just nah. And I'm not talking about the internet cafes where you just, go Starbucks and use your Wi-Fi. No. How these internet cafes in Japan is, it's like a cubicle, like an office cubicle. You can eat there. You can even sleep there. It's basically like a mini hotel. And I said to myself, I would love to just go, because it's been my lifelong dream to go to Japan. And now that I saw that, I really want to go to Japan just to see and explore. Number one, the architecture, because it's amazing. The nature there, because it's pretty. And also the food, because I heard it was delicious. So I said, you know what? I need to save some money. That's gonna be on my bucket list to go to Japan. Um, just to visit. Let's see. Last thing on my list, and then I'm gonna get off here. So, last thing, I've been trying to keep up with the horror aspect of it all. But I would like to congratulate Urban Spooks on creating a horror series with art. I love it. Everything about it. Um, Urban Spooks is analog horror, and he mixed the concept of art with horror. Basically, what it is, so far as we know, a killer is loose, murdering people in gruesome ways, and painting pictures about it. Um, it's good. My favorite one that shocked the daylights out of me was In the Walls. I don't care what nobody says, In the Walls just shook me to the core. And usually, nothing like that shakes me to the core. Not even Mandela Catalog. And Mandela Catalog is more like, it's the same thing, analog horror, but it's more religious. Like what if, Satan took over instead of Jesus? That type of horror. This type of horror is like a serial killer running around, killing people, and painting your picture. Like that's the gist of it. Because, well, that's the thing about the lighthouse. Because they showed at the very, very end, they showed a picture of her or it. We don't know what the thing is. It looked like Michael Jackson on crack. And I've never seen anything like it before. Ever. And I've never seen anything like it before. But if you want to see it, go to YouTube, type in Urban Spooks. I've been watching that. I've been watching Backroom Horror. Now, Backroom Horror is kind of good because it's like wide open spaces, and you don't know who is even you know who's behind the walls. That's the thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys this Friday with I might be on, but other than that, it's gonna be on Friday because I try not to be on here as much. But I will see you guys most definitely on Friday with Night Chat / Friday Night at the Movies. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you guys like the video, please push the like button, subscribe to his channel. Thanks, and talk to you guys later. Bye bye.